Today we're going to discuss the scam economy and the evidence behind that and some things that you might be able to do about it to help save some money. We're living in a world today where the cost of food has gone up, but the quality has gone down. And to be quite frank, a lot of food sold in the United States is very bad for you. Services and experiences that once felt premium are just a minor upgrade. Behind it all sits one clear priority: profit over people. To add to it, they are secretly collecting data. Actually, they're not so secretly collecting data on you anymore. They're collecting data so that you can be targeted for ads or whatever they want to target you for. This problem is also fueled by the monetization of data they collect on you. For the past decade, I've been on actually longer than a decade, I've been on a learning spree. I started out learning about computer programming, and then I started studying about cryptocurrencies and technical analysis, did a lot of study on technical analysis. Then I went to the economy and some politics. In this video, we'll examine these patterns through direct observation and see exactly how they function so that you can see the system at work the next time price increase or quality drops lands on your doorstep. The first scam we're going to look at is the cumulative cost of subscriptions and the subscription trap and the cancellation barriers. The cumulative cost of subscriptions actually can be a lot more than just buying the product outright. And then many people also have unused services. Now this is slowly draining your bank account, even if it's $5 here or $5 there. Now I've had a problem with an internet provider. It was back in 2000 when I lived out in the country and all I had available was dial-up, $10 a month, and I went to call and cancel my dial-up because I was moving. And they said, fine, it's canceled. Next month, it's automatically deducted out of my bank account. So I call again. It was $10. I didn't really worry about a whole lot. They said, sorry about that. We'll cancel it. Boom. And then this happened the third month. I got a bill. I finally just called my bank and stopped it. And this falls under the difficulty to cancel. Other internet providers, it's my understanding, make it very difficult and very time consuming to cancel. And we'll get into more of that later. And then you got subscription creep. $5 here, $10 there. Before you know it, you're out $100 a month on subscriptions that may not be important to you. Or if you don't use it, don't buy it, basically. And the value is declining. Support really stinks. And with AI, it's still learning. AI is, you're not even talking to a real person. And the thing is that when your subscription cancels, you also lose ownership. So if you're working on a project, you may not be able to open that project and edit it, add to it, or finalize it. And then there's also hidden fees and service charges, etc. So they get you coming and going, and this is all by design. Now, there are things that you can do. One, pay attention, read the fine print, and maybe don't sign up for autopay. Autopay is very difficult. In fact, I just got charged when I'm not on autopay, and I was going to actually call my internet provider to cancel it. It really not out to cancel it, but I won't bluff. I've known other people that called them and they will drop the price. It was a price creep. It was from like $35 a month. Now I'm paying over $70. I think it's $76. Just cancel your subscriptions if you don't need them. First off, you need to audit your things regularly and cancel. I've had problems canceling, as I mentioned, about an internet provider, and then I also got price creep on there. And they gave me a price and they're offering it less than half price to new people. Way to take care of your loyal customers. You threaten to leave, they drop the price. This also worked for our trash service, which actually went from, it went up like 300% on price creep. Talked to them once and they dropped the price, and lo and behold, that price creep just kept on, and it was actually higher than when I called them the first time. I just canceled it. It's like you're playing this game and they sucker you in, and they add just a little bit each time so you don't notice it. Or, $2, is that really going to be worth my call, especially if I have to wait 30 minutes? They actually make it hard for you to cancel on purpose. And some people allow you to pause your subscriptions. Now, that might be a viable option if you're not going to be using it for a month or so. And as far as like Netflix and Disney or cable TV, which I've been watching more movies on Pluto and YouTube. I haven't had cable in well over 30 years. I won't pay for Netflix. I can see movies that are new to me. So there are some free alternatives out there. Now let's bring up the food and medicine scam. Now, I put these two together because I do subscribe to the point of view that food is medicine. And when you go to the grocery store and you check out the products, there's a very high percentage of the food that is processed food. And even your meats have injections in them. You have hormones, you have antibiotics. Fast food's among the worst. So the fast food is bad for you, has a lot of preservatives into it. I heard a story of somebody putting a burger in their pocket, and years later it was unmolded. So what you can do about the food is you can have a garden. A lot of it depends on where you live, how much time you have, and you may have to do some learning, but you can grow a garden. You can buy organic, but that's high dollar, and you're not sure if it's really organic. You can clean out your system every once in a while, and you can buy raw milk. The milk has hormones in it. I personally don't use milk. I use soy milk or almond milk just because I think that milk's bad for you. And then when it comes to the medical industry, my goodness, man, I went to the dentist. I thought I was at a timeshare sales presentation. She was going over the payment plan and everything. Didn't even ask me if I had the cash, which I do, although that $5,000 they wanted was a little bit high. I could have taken a dental vacation, Central America, or even in Southwest Asia, and got a lot done for a lot cheaper. So you've got the Affordable Health Care Act, so the working man gets penalized. They were doing that fine, which was terrible. It was a terrible fine. Actually, I called a tax, went to the IRS. They have the power to collect, and it's the IRS. I believe it was a tax. Charged more for having insurance, where people without insurance get paid less, and my deductible's never met. It's kind of being punished for having insurance at the doctor's office. And then even they're trying to upgrade you. So there's a lot of what you can do about this scam, like I mentioned, a dental vacation. It's an excellent idea. Costa Rica, you go down there for, pennies on the dollar. If you're going to get major work done, it'll pay for your flight. It'll probably pay for your motel room. And if you're out a couple $100 for, your vacation, so what? You're going to save a lot on your dental, and you get to go to the beach and go on vacation. Although it may not be so pleasant if your mouth hurts. The list goes on, but for the sake of time, I'm going to stop there. But in conclusion, this economy is by design. And what it does is it puts profit over people, and they're incentivized to do so. Awareness is your first line of defense. You can limit your data exposure, and you can actually remove some of the data out on the web. There are some third parties that will do that for you. But by recognizing these patterns, you can make deliberate choices to stop this, or at least slow it down completely. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Until next time,